Hello everyone. Today we're going to do the basic beat with a simple triplet. Now the simple triplet is now I'm doing eighth notes, it's 60-note triplets, but I'm counting the eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and because when you're playing a basic beat, it's easier to get used to syncing in the triplets against this. One triplet and triplet, two triplet and triplet, three triplet and triplet, four triplet and triplet. Because you can count the triplets against the eighth notes. Normally you're not going to do too many chord note patterns. One triplet, two triplet, three triplet, four triplet, triplet. For rock and roll, there's not. For country, maybe. Well, we're not doing that. What we're doing is more of what you would have, the simple stuff. I'm talking about the simple triplets, okay? The simple bottom stuff, that kind of thing. Anyway, but what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to get keyed in for the triplets. So if you're doing triplets like this. Right? If you're doing that, you want to be able to come into the basic beat and do these anytime you want. The right hand never stops moving. Very important. 1 and 2, 3 triplet, and triplet, 4 triplet, and triplet, 4 triplet, it doesn't matter what drum you hit. I'm using the right-left bass drum as the basic triplet line. But the right hand is the same speed, the same length. Everything that you're doing on the hi-hat is the same on the drums. So if you're doing this, right? It's very important that you do not let your right hand slow down or speed up. Think of it as if you're playing the hi-hat. Notice my right hand doesn't stop. Slower so you get the gist of the whole thing. One triplet and triplet, two triplet and triplet, three triplet and triplet, four triplet and triplet. Triplet and triplet, and triplet and triplet, triplet and triplet. So when you're doing that, doesn't matter, just so you make sure that your right hand playing. Now the other thing to do is your left and your right foot, okay? Your left foot's playing eighth notes, one triplet and triplet, right? Your bass drum will always, in this series that we're doing now, play the last of the triplet beat, right? So it's one triplet and triplet, two triplet and triplet. It kicks in. That's a shuffle beat. Still the triplet. So your bass drum is always kicking in to the high beat. 1, 2, and that's always a shuffle beat. For what we're doing. 2, 3 trip, 4. So it's a little slower. 1 trip, 2 trip, 3 trip, 4 trip. If you're playing two bass drums, left foot would be playing the eighth notes, the right foot would be kicking into it. That way the left foot is always counting eighth notes or quarter notes, whatever, but we're doing eighth notes, okay? So, 1 trip, and trip, 2 trip, and trip. triplet, and triplet, triplet, and triplet, triplet, and triplet. So that's that's basically it. Remember, feet, shuffles. One trip, and trip, two trip, and. When you're doing your right hand, it never stops playing with your left foot, but it's playing 8 notes.